Maybe I should adjust this. We'll see. I'm not sure. Never for this thing to start. Oh, stop that, stop that, stop that. Yay, okay, now I have a connection set. Okay, I'll swap it. I'll set it on the other front. No. There we go. Let's continue where we left off. Okay, that's good enough. Hold on 1 second.
a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
From another planet. Hey there. It's the Jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You could almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight, no explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes and mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need? It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother. Yes, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man. Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had, say, 4 myself. He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Ask for his conclusion.
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. We've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Oh. Yes.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
I'm okay, man. Just the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Don't be a stranger.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Of course. Where to? What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Oh, that.
She's relieved someone has come for it, even all the way over here.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and it's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. I don't know anything about that either.
Pig is a widely used...
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't. Me? I am just a...
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
I'm working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done. Well, as you already know, there's a corpse there, hanging from a tree. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Yay, I have those. Another beer. No, I don't need to be pressing F1. Alright.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while
Damn.
your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to
What?
climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure
You tell him.
behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that goddamn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. I'm not just racist. I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved. Even if some people who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. The problem? The damn Kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Guy's a dick.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
It's what the Kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
Yada yada.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
I have no idea how this works, but yeah.
Don't push your luck, Runt.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but he needed to go fuck himself. Fuck you, asshole.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the Flasky reaches for from time to time.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses. Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think. Gotta be bloody stupid, freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something. We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time. I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a... Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
Nice.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
If it's all so simple, why don't the...
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini Supremus is there. Walk right past him,
Yeah, that's gonna work.
then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation,
Yeah.
or you could convert to a Semini Supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Sure. Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to... You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though. Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike, though. I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs. You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now.
Bastards! We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Guy's strange.
Rights of people. Rights of workers.
to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their
Crap, I
families.
forgot that. Hold on one second. Oh, no.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work! Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss. I know nothing about a murder. Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work! When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have...
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem. His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence. He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy.
What's it to you? No, don't think we've met before. I came to help out.
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this fighter for jobs. He seems more brutal, cunning, and
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, from Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? We're done here. I have a strike to make.
Oh, he's a fuck.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is... The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features it is a seal of Royalist era Revachol. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chestpiece. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
Words. Yeah, I'm going.
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola. Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornamented weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Peace. It's not picking me up at all. That's awesome. Okay. We're just gonna do this. Screw it. That seems to work a little bit better.
He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
Oh,
You see,
great.
old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. Cocaine. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Fair enough.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders. With more nuanced social awareness than the young, those critics might have it wrong though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery, Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement? If we connect every bullet hole in Martinez to the murder, we'll get an overwhelming amount of loose threads. But then again, we don't really know what we are dealing with here, so...
Hi, Jake. Sorry I couldn't take you for a walk.
I've made a note. Don't hold your breath.
The king stands high above you. So
Oh. Keep the gloves on. Why the hell not? I don't know. Should I wear the tank top? Or should I wear white satin shirt? Yeah, I think I should ditch the shirt. Okay. I'll wear the shirt that I found in the trash. It smells better than the one I have. Hell yeah. Pretty real. More real.
the small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clenched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Don't want to do this, but I'm going
Wait.
to try.
She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone. Why? I just told you why.
Sorry. Oh, what's...
A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie. Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears.
Estache Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue, the colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white, the colors of the Stars Ryko.
That's, well, yes, exactly it, more or less. Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him out of
Oh,
the vehicle
damn.
and ran him over with his own tires. They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The James community protested the trial, flying the colors. 5,000 came to protest.
Correction. 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Is that so, officer? I'll take you at your word. People we are paid to protect. Let's leave it at that. 4 years for murder in Reunion. The perps were remorseful. Their sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system.
Lovely system.
The prisons in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the larger the cost.
I try to avoid drawing far-gone conclusions like this before actually examining the body. But my initial guess is the two are unrelated. Yes, detective? You sure you're not James?
Yes, you're sure you're not. Or if you are, it's only in that Revacholian way. 4 to 5% maximum.
I really like him. I'll talk to Kim real quick.
Yes. What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down. Then you are not that far behind, actually. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizens Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
That's right. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
What? Oh, what did I do? Oh, okay. That was bad.
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. Is that enough of a secret for you?
Is this a strike then? After decades unchallenged, the lieutenant is caught off guard by your brazen provocation. But his counter comes fast and hard. This could get ugly.
Strike, coup, revolution. It's
You feel something rising through you. A familiar feeling. An opinion taking form.
I don't know enough.
Yes, let's hurry now. I'm leaving on borrowed time.
Okay, I fucked the game up. Nice.
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
That's interesting, because he was doing the wrong word lines.
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. Better still than an imbecile cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Later. Was there anything else? You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief? There's no reason to wing anything. 3 days ago, the RCM... During that time, the victim... Okay then. Was there anything... Good.
No response. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
The RCM deployed a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs.
Oh boy.
Even you know this.
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles. Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazarus. Was there anything else you wanted? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation. What do you... That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
Sure, let's go for
You're
this.
barking at the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholier.
A point of pride to him.
Fair enough.
No.
The lieutenant nods.
Fair enough, I'm not gonna push him.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Fair enough.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
Be right back. Ugh.
think. I do most of my work inside my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically. They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Yes, but containers contain things. Shiny things. They're...
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Wait. Come back down over here. Which I was making.
Body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger. Because you are not a threat to me. What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic.
Stop it. You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
You have succumbed to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick. Yes, Al Ghul.
It means alcohol.
Correct, my small skull servant. Al Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison. A parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and the Rolam Al Ghul have fed your people. Go on believing in it, race loser. Why don't you have another drink? Your features are not yet congenitally deformed enough.
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the...
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles
Realize this
and
one's gonna be
aerostatic
filled with
aircraft.
racism and shit.
You made great
interesting.
gains in metallurgy,
I can't
race
stand
theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the
Irritating.
deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded.
It is, baby, yeah.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
Oh, this is bad. I'm so gonna get hurt. I'm so gonna get hurt.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to agree. Bring your troops to the Simenon Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will put the walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art. And
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own. Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
God. I hate racism so much. Ugh. I'll throw it up. At least I think that's what that does. Hell if I know. Hey, Pro. Gonna ask him a couple more
don't be
questions.
vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
Well, the first one asks for stat buffs. Button that's above asks for dialogue votes. So this one asks for dialogue votes. This one asks for stat buffs. Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense now.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the
Buff the
will
staff
to
and keep up.
confront
Gotcha.
the
That makes
cultural
sense.
capital. Something your race,
It is pretty useful.
sadistic communists,
Might have a
never
bunch of people
did.
watching. I mean, you could help, definitely, but... Oh, there we go.
This is how I enter my house. What's up, fuckers? Why are you on my phone? Fuck you, that's why!
Been a weird night.
Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic. Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your
So that's why
race
that one
descent.
has such a long time on it.
Everywhere around you. The fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism above all. Rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth?
Yeah.
Of course it does. You are a degenerate individualist and a rock and roll rebel.
Oh,
a pawn of
no kidding.
international finance.
I like
just
that.
like the rest of your ham-colored race. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Funny thing is that you can really tell this guy is actually French because of the way he pronounces stuff, or is if he's actually doing this on purpose. Inevitable.
The South Island race, Haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the
remember the alphabet,
of
too. It's
ancient
A, B, C, D.
Pericalnesus and arrived here
It's very French.
4,000 years ago. Millennia
But this guy is
before
very French.
we
At least-
are the future. That is all you need to know. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the gray mass on Ile de
I spent
Fontaine,
way too much time talking to people
waiting
in this
on
game. I'm not getting
immaculate
anything done.
conception
I'm just fascinated.
from the
It's
bay.
fun.
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
So, if you're not 70s, you've heard about it.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not
shut up.
just
Hey, bro.
emotion. The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture
That is very
will
French.
dominate the world.
But he's also incredibly racist.
Oh.
I'm dealing with a bunch of racist people right now.
You have heard enough about our phylogenetic
Oh, what do
secrets
you want?
for today. You have extinction
It's a
to
munchkin.
come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
Hello.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your pathetic
Ooh,
cult.
ooh, ooh.
I have no interest in
He had nothing to do with it.
Oh.
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
Okay, I like that.
That will be the
There always is.
race is reality. Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
I know, that's what I'm laughing about. He's like, I'm 70s. Yeah, I heard about it on the radio. it's like 90% of the people you deal with. Well, you're from the motherland. Well, you know, well, where's motherland? Well, I heard about it.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby.
Ugh. And the problem was, like, I thought it was fucking racist. There's some things that pop up in my head that's racist and shit. And it annoys me to no end.
He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Oh, hell, I'll throw it up. Really? Okay, well. Part of me wants to point out the problems.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Sounds like a brain-dead bimbo.
Hello?
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
It's worrying, but I gotta go find my dog. Willow!
What were you doing?
Well,
You're being naughty.
alright.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Sayolite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Weird.
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Are you talking about the Dutch?
You know them by the names of their nation states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Mahun is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
Seriously.
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades.
Oh, one
Green,
second.
orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
Back to the racism.
The Mound are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensity. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
Oh, this is retarded. It's like all these fucking white supremacists we have here in the U.S. Like, oh, I'm the peak of you fucking 300-pound piece of shit. Haven't seen your penis in a year.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Mound and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagite are on the ascent. The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago, the Seminese inhabit the southern islands. I am Seminese. From the Areopagites are the master race of the Ile-Maran deserts. The Seminese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile-Maran to Ansuland. Thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Mound Reden Occidentals discovered this place.
Oh boy.
Wait, didn't Ilmaran desert pygmies invent alcohol and get pillaged just a short while ago?
No, those were scimitar-wielding race losers of Zahrava, Izzet, and Bashir, with their Himmi servants. Big difference. The Areopagites were fasting and conquering while this happened. You never penetrated the Western.
Jean, baby, you're on fire.
I know, bae. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite, or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
What? Fucking God.
Koikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white or pinkish, like a hare's on witch. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy.
Yeah.
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al-Rul and smoking the degenerate. The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with Potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Simonese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature. Not the Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Cauldron. Too mixed to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000 years.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad. In Zark, the revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion. Enough of Type mediocrity. Tips set off a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic.
This guy pissed me off the most, probably.
They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in the lesser races like the mosquito, the grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring.
That's not
The
how
mosquito
it
is
works.
born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
You are right. You have misunderstood. You lack basic phylogenetic education. Then there is the Seminokoiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Seminokoiki Chimera? It is not. The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man.
Racial scientists.
Asian
Oh, this is
scientists
fucking
are toyed with
fantastic.
the idea of crossing the Seminese with the Koiko to produce a super worker of Seminese strength and great servility.
Yeah.
This will never happen. The Seminese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely.
This is so fucking.
No Seminese man could but enough. It is cruel to entertain us. You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it. You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. I cannot possibly imagine what they...
No.
Hey. Psst. Psst. Hey. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism
What?
again. Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
I'll vote. I'll do a vote on that. Because I got nothing else to do. Well, I know where your head's at.
This conversation isn't really about love. Try to keep up, okay? This is about the communism you've promised to build. Word on the street is it's going to be 10,000 times larger than any communism previously attempted. Is that true?
I'm confused now.
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff. Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind.
Oh my.
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Wait. This. Yeah.
Failure. It's about failure.
All right.
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of you against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will fail to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. Now get to work, comrade.
What? I want to... Okay.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Hey, hey, comrade! For the motherland!
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Oh, okay, so it's just a thought. So where am I at on this? Let's see. At 70%. Ooh, I don't want to do that one. That's a lot of... So this is the one I have to work on. So fucking stupid. Well, I guess I can't get there because he's in the way. Okay. That works. I kind of like being able to throw it to people because sometimes I can't make up my damn mind. Get up there. Nope, I cannot get up there. Alright, so I think... I haven't gone in here yet. Hopefully the other thing finishes up soon. So far I like Kim and I like the girl who was outside of the bookshop. My two favorite characters. My character's kind of interesting, but... Kim is an angel. I've tried to explain to him that I do not remember who I am, and he's still will not. Oh wait, do I have more than one? Before I do something, can I do more than one internalize? Got it. Wait, can I internalize all of these? Or how many? Oh wait. What? Yes. Just her? Be right back. Oh, all those. Okay, that makes sense. So with all the slots, the only problem is that each of them gives you like a negative to something. Right. Don't want to do that one. That makes sense because once you're done thinking about it, it actually adds to like your knowledge and everything else. Sort of. I'm trying to generalize it. It's not. Yeah. We'll calculate. Or. Oh. Okay, so you have 3. First 3 are free. How do I pay for everything else? Do I have any skill points? I don't think I've done enough in this game to actually earn anything. I don't think so. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over.
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected. The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says,
Oh, that's the tear machine. It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine. You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there.
a small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear their logo is the bloodless
I spend way too
rose,
much time listening to this guy's voice, and it just I really like the voice acting in this.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
You're shitting me.
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is... I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
No shit. I'll have to look at that later. That's cool.
No, sorry.
Nosafed heals +1 health. Duramine heals +3 health. Magnesium heals +1 morale. Hypnogamma heals +3 morale.
Well, that's nice to know. Don't need any of that right now because I'm doing okay.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
I don't know. Frit? a 7 to 11 grocery store. I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish. No.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting. I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I've not really. No. I didn't know him at all. I don't know really long.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around.
Okay. Uh-huh. Reality. You mean...
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15. Yeah, that's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. So I guess, like, that's economic. I don't know. What about it? We're in Frit? As mankind?
What will her essay prompt be?
In a good place. I mean, science is doing great, and this radio computer thing seems to be kinda big. I don't know.
Alright, let's pop another beer because I'm talking to a 15-year-old who doesn't want to talk to me. Yay. Thank you.
I don't know. Look at the...
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent.
When ordinary people take over the government and, yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history. Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, cool.
I gained experience from drilling a... Okay. Okay.
A colorful display of cigarettes and the bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter there, in that dark green glass. All in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
Guess not, no. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
We're gonna be good. Alright, time to leave. She knows nothing. I do really like this game. It's fascinating. I've done all these things over here. Well, let's...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox. As you tap on the gate.
No, that's enough fun with the foldable headlamp.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will take just a moment of...
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you. Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me. Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do. hard to tell exactly what it was over the phone. Could be a combination of peripheral neuralgia and high blood pressure. Could be that you were having a heart attack. Or, actually, it could be both, given your profile. Yep. Yes, probably.
He sounds very careless about it all.
Cut down on the drinking, pal. In fact, cut off the drinking. The drugs, too. Anything else?
Abstinence could have immediate positive effects on your health.
I'm not gonna do any more fucking drugs. Drinking?
That's because you're hungover. Even the radio waves coming from your direction smell like liquor. Do you feel like your eyes are twitching? That's the tiny vessels pulsating from high blood pressure, stupid officer. You might be sustaining permanent damage to your vision as we speak. Not much, the busy kind. It's not life-threatening, just annoying for you. I've got more important things to do here.
It certainly does not help with aiming.
And you survived it. Congratulations. Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about it. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not. What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
Look, pal, getting pumped and dumped is not a disease. People live through it all the time. That's what the guys say, officer.
Oh, fuck.
That some chick pumped you and then dumped you, threw you away like an empty juice carton.
Oh, that's bad.
You must have me confused for a close personal friend. I am...
You hear someone whine in the background. My eye, Doc, my eye.
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not our... And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eye...
It's not fucking cryoacrylate. It's super glue.
Cyanoacrylate is superglue.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 0051.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Are you telling her to lay down?
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm...
Why not?
What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar in.
God, why can't you just...
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me.
Maybe I should stop being a dick.
I already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like...
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers' union.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the union. I'm sorry about... No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's...
So the union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench, and yes, I know who you are.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
Oh, no.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Yes, you absolutely should. It's awful that you lost it.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe
Oh, I am a
You said
fuck
it
up.
calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
Oh man, I'm a fuck up.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall," painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are...
Me neither. No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like, it almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I
Guess
did
no
not
point.
ask. Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir. Clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash. I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective? I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
I'm gonna look for a boost. Gonna try. I'd like to try. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh my God.
you have obviously done something to upset her.
Yes.
Whirling you
Got it.
around
Thank you.
when she was still working there.
I'm not mad. It's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. Just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Gotcha.
Didn't seem like you had fun doing it, though. Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you... well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that. And then I had to deal with your toilet, the one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Yeah, no, I gotta go with this.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do. No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing. With the...
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something. All sorts of things. Some disco, rock too. So much disco and rock. Yes, that's the one you like to sing along to the most. The later it got, the more that one came on.
Interesting. You still have to find a copy though, before you can blast it. You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type. Yes, guess what's yours? Yes, sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
Alright. So I have a skill point. Ooh, I really don't have a whole lot in anything, do I? I can level up anything. Do I just have one? Oh, I have 2 skill points. Oh. I do like the artwork on these. Okay. So at least save 1? Is that what you're saying? Especially with how I am with these games, I'll probably start building them up, because I like to click on everything. This is just... okay. Or should I use them on the internalization? So the only thing I have anything is an encyclopedia. Endurance and volition. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Which would you do, volition or endurance? I'll use one. I feel like volition might be a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. Take that. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, I should probably take magnesium. I thought I had magnesium. I swear to God I picked up magnesium. Unless I'm nuts. I know for a fact I picked it up out of the garbage. Lonesome Long Way Home is almost done. I swear I picked up magnesium. It said magnesium. Huh. Okay, that's disappointing. Oh, is that what I used? Oh, that would make sense. Oh, okay, so when it... Got it. It just goes into the charges. Got it. So it doesn't show up as an actual item, it just goes directly to the charges. Got it. Electrochemistry. I'll keep the interfacing for the moment.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating this salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershire. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins. Sure thing.
It is salty, it is savory, it is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
I could have held off.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Yeah, go for it, Kim.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. The sign billboard has fallen on the waterlock, keeping it open, and thus out of order. Whatever it is, goat milk butter. The Samaran terrain makes it easier to raise goats than cows, and the local goat farmers produce high-quality meat and dairy staples that add it's an acquired taste.
Let's see if anyone wants to give me a boost. Oh wait, I think you have to have two or another. I don't know. I tried it anyway. Don't care.
Judging by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle.
Well, duh.
These look like the same tire tracks I saw earlier, in front of the whirling rags. Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers an hour. The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack. The panel served as a takeoff ramp. The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued. The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the Samaran Butter billboard still looks freshly painted, suggests within the past 72 hours. Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast. There are two good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linear G22. It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequent. The Caprice 40 is a very popular model, with bank clerks, topping pie delivery drivers, secondary school teachers, cops, strippers dressed as cops, undressed strippers.
Thank you, Encyclopedia.
Very sturdy but light motor carriage, more likely than most to survive that jump. The Linear G22 is not a particularly popular model due to its peculiar proportions, which the manufacturers designed. You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure. The lieutenant looks on.
Can't get past the guy. Go in here. Lots of stuff in here.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb. Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you. A giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cannons engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Heimdall burning. The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar. Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
It's the man from Heimdall.
Walking away from his burning village, yes. Huh? Oh, I see. That's tough, man. I feel the same way sometimes. The man from Heimdall is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla.
More into this racist shit. Okay. Sort of. Well, it's more nationalist shit, I think.
In fact, most people don't think that man from Heimdall ever really existed. But they are wrong.
Heimdall isn't a real place.
No kidding.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Heimdall are an ontological necessity. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
Wow, what?
I mean, even if the man from Heimdall didn't exist before the adventure novels, The stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Eamdal is not a real place, and thus it could not. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual.
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
But why? I deal in goods, not services.
Yes? What do you want to know? Good.
Oh, is she just whining? Okay. Get out of here. Alright.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Guy sounds like one of the teachers
His
I had
manner
in
is
school.
casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 real. A bargain, I dare say. There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside.
That's enough of that.
the boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of one especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. If police work means playing tapes, sure, you can use. Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though
you see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that...
I used to be very serious about my Franco-Nigerian knights.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously...
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry...
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yeah, I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Maybe.
Sure, why not?
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider. The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit.
No,
As you see, he's missing his head.
You don't have to stop it, I'm going up. It's up to you.
Probably. Tell me to stop. Not a beer. I think that's next is...
Oh, and yeah, no.
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 Okay.
Oh, well,
50 cents.
Okay,
Bargain
Willow.
price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
I don't know if I want to spend money on that. But it was something...
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Advanced race theory.
Oh wow, I finished that already?
Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about your newly found insights.
Oh. Do I have to? Ugh. Come over here. Shit. I'm trying to swap batteries. While drunk is fun. Ugh. There we go. Alright, swap. And turn you around. Okay. Come over here. Thank you. There we go. Oh. Oh, So you can't. Higher than this? Is that all you get? You only have 12 slots. Okay. So I do have to actually kind of pay attention. But after you've learned... Do you have to relearn them after you... Wait.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn. What can I do?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the wall.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers
No, I
lately.
mean...
RCM or
More along the
otherwise.
lines of, if you've completed the thought, does it stay completed and you can just equip it? Or do you have to re-internalize it? Hey, that's something to think about.
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me...
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling.
Hold on one
Some
second.
kind of drug, maybe.
No.
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Oh, after... Okay, so it's not just... Got it.
Hello again. How can I help? Let me have a look. Another time, perhaps. Traffic? I'm sorry, officer, but I don't drive. I just don't like it very much. movement on the road never really gelled well with the movement of my thoughts. Now that I think about it, I do remember hearing a thunderous noise the other night. Some kind of powerful electric...
That sure narrows down our list of suspects.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Alright.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox, 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Not bad. I only have... Not do that. I mean, regardless, it's interesting.
What a shirt. All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular man with...
Welcome to Helmdall, officer.
Oh yeah, that gives me way more. I don't care about authority, at least for the moment. Go talk to giant fucking racist. Oh wait, I forgot about this stuff over here. Take a look.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. The name Sileng is embroidered.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here. Everything's cool. Goods are cool. You're very cool.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout.
Oh, hell yeah.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
It's a
Good
shakedown.
one, officer. You're a funny guy. What can I do for you? Then fire away, officer.
Buddy entered your channel.
Hey, hey, hey.
You shut up a little late.
Holy fuck, I'll leave if you want me to. Alright, you okay?
No, I'm drunk.
Oh, Mr. Grumpy Pants.
No, not grump. Drunk.
Grump, I get you. You don't have to be grumpy anymore. There's somebody here.
Not what I was going for. Anyways.
dudes in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers. Good joke, officer.
You glance around the decrepit buildings.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
It is, yes. Anyone can.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool. Hyper cool. No need for discounts at ceilings, officer.
But did he first mark them up 100%, just so that he could put them on sale?
My man, you know how the game is played. You and me, we should work to anything for you. You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out.
No hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears. A moral hassle.
It is. Practically free. Yours for 5 cents a piece. Rock that tuna. Why not some macaroni too? No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers. And oh, he's a good guy. I think you'd get along. I'll let you know.
Interesting.
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samara Isola. Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism, but the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. If you say so, officer, I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for business is good for me.
Fuck it.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Oh, okay. But an investment? What kind of investment? I guess it can't be any riskier than speculating in exotic derivatives. How much are we talking about here?
I'll throw it up for vote. Kind of leaning towards 10. Ah! Well, nobody voted.
10 real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man.
Hell yeah! I'll take 10. Well, shit, son. Talk to him.
Life doesn't need to. I'll be with you in a moment, officer.
Something. Yes. Yeah. No. There.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
Could the objective of the game be to throw the metal?
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable.
I hope you pass out from it.
Trying to throw something as close to a predetermined point as possible. Measuring. This must be the... Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Get in the damn... Doesn't matter what team. Pick a team. Any team. The blue team. Your eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Oh no, it went down. Shit! Fuck it. Booyah!
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered, but already your muscles are adjusting to the weight. The nervous system calibrating. Until a chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind. Everything fades until the only thing left is an embodiment of pure motion. A fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency.
What?
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit.
What the hell is your problem?
I just said fuck it. I just said fuck it and just jacked it into the... Okay. Yep.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful. You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull. Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a
Take it easy, René. This is just a...
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull. Good. Mistakes are forgiven, but men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you...
Yes. Why did you come here? You never know. He might know something.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has pressed me in Martinez. The union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent.
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties.
So we have racist and now we have sexist.
But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks. Really, officer. Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley and see. Gender equality is a very noble, very modern idea. But in real life, primal roles prevail. But I do not wish to discuss this matter further. Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. I do. Fire from heavy artillery. Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda. and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannon simply...
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabbit dogs.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Damn right, son. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the Coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job.
Oh, you don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table.
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Hey, I'm gonna throw that up for a vote. Really? Alright. Alright.
Preposterous! Surely you don't mean it. I'm just sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those commie hyenas, boiling cats and drinking my piss in the mountains.
You just wanted to hear him.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. It had nothing to do with anything.
Figured.
Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frisel. He would have been better, but the damn comic...
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this.
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They forgot. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth
I'll look
and
to
rode
see.
the
I'm gonna see
cavalry
if
straight
something can be a
into
bonus.
gunfire.
Maybe. Still low. You got a -1 because I threw that thing into the sea.
Yes. King Philip.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the...
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood. A nation is only as strong as its leader.
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabineer doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable.
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts.
You can't even take the responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine for clarity of vision, to aid
No.
in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revishal's finest yet.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Awareness. Yeah.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose
That's
to his
probably
mother
why he
when
was
she was
an
in labor. And it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only...
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
From what I've seen of the officers of the RCM... but I don't want to get into it. Right.
Fuck it, why not?
All you observe is a
This is the uniform.
Don't you mean Frisk?
You do not speak his name, Craven. Although he was a clown. But he was our clown.
He was our
Ours
clown.
to ridicule and to mourn.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
Alright, I think I'm just gonna stop there for the moment. At least for tonight. I've almost gotten to the point where I can actually go to bed. Go over stuff with Kim, but I'm gonna stop there for the night. There's a lot of talking. I haven't even gotten through a day yet. So, I'm gonna call it. But regardless, I'm gonna call it a night, and I will see you. Not much is going on right now. Absolutely, I really enjoy this game. It is bizarre in the most. Anyways, hope you all have a good night. Peace.